Are you tired of feeling insecure about your body because your midsection is just expanding? There seems to be nothing you can do to get it to shrink or to lose your general body weight. Are you embarrassed and insecure about facial hair popping up in different places in your body where it shouldn't be? Listen, I've been there. Are you tired of being in a conversation and having brain fog? It's like your thoughts get fuzzy and you don't know what to say anymore. Maybe it's stopping you from scaling up at your job. Maybe you don't feel confident about getting that promotion or being on that stage where you deserve to be. You know that people who are less competent than you are going further than you because of their confidence, and yours is being stolen by these symptoms. Well, that stops today because I'm going to give you the 4-step framework, not 26 steps, but just 4 power moves that you can make to get your body back, to get that smooth like butter chin and delete all your facial hairs and all your chest hairs and back hairs that shouldn't be growing on you. And you are going to have the framework to let your body lose the weight, because I'm going to tell you the secrets that are making your body hold on to excess weight. It's not your fault. The system has failed you, but I'm going to give you the framework that I've been using on women, for other women, and I used myself 10 years ago. And over the last 9 years, I have been helping women get back to themselves, get that bombshell body, not according to anyone else's definition, but the way you know you are supposed to look and feel. So let's not even waste any more time. I'm going to start with step 1. Step 1 is emotional access. I'm going to write this down, but I want you to take notes because I'm giving you all the power play today. Emotional access. So earlier on, when I started coaching women, I made this huge mistake. I didn't know it was a mistake then. I was just so excited that I'd had this transformation and I had been to the doctors for years, thousands of dollars later. And I was like, oh, I found it. Someone else helped me achieve this energy that I had again, and my moods were splendid. I could hear the birds sing again and stop for the flower. But I thought that if I just told women what to do, told the other moms, my friends, I said, just do this. But they didn't do it. And I realized after a few years that there were patterns. I saw that the first step had to be emotional access. In this step here, what I do when I work with women is we start to see what their belief patterns are. What do they believe about their capacity, about how much healing they deserve, or, oh, here's some common beliefs that are just lies, straight up lies. Number 1, it's a normal process of aging. Have you heard that lie? Someone must have told you, someone may have told you. Let me scoot this over a little bit so you can see better. Someone is out there telling women that chin hair, thinning hair, belly fat, brain fog, fatigue, crusty skin, oh my, hot flashes. Someone's out there telling women it's a normal process of aging. Absolutely not. You can scour, if you don't know anyone in your own life, you can scour the internet and see that women don't have to age miserably, and they don't have to age with their confidence being shot. They don't have to age feeling less than. You can age gracefully without the Botox, without the drugs. You can naturally age gracefully, and it all has to do with your hormones. But in emotional access, we're just trying to address the lies, to untangle the lies, because when you've heard something for so long, sometimes it's hard to accept something. And here's an unpopular opinion. but it's true. Getting your body back, getting muscle again instead of just the flab, the loose skin that comes sometimes with hormone imbalances, which is what we're addressing here, is so simple. It's not complex, does not require crazy diets and pills and random exercises, where you're like a hamster on a wheel all day. That's not required. Another lie is that it's genetic. And so you're stuck with it. This is a double-edged lie. Why? Because yes, there are genetic influences to how your body functions, to your body chemistry, to your hormone levels. Yes, if your mom and your grandma had facial hair, excess facial hair, you have the genetic capacity to have the same. But so is alcoholism. If it runs in your family, you are prone to being an alcoholic. If diabetes and heart disease, if you have genetics that lean you in that direction, you are prone to being a diabetic or having heart disease. But guess what? You don't have to, because you can be very aware of the things you have to avoid in order to not turn on these genes. We want to cancel these genes. These are the genes we want to cancel so that it's not genetic. It's sad that we're taking the whole genetics and turning it against women and telling them, hey, you have to be stuck hiding. You have no choice but to dress up in the dark. You have no choice but to not want anyone to see your body. That's a lie. So genetics load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. That's a very popular saying on the internet that I just love because it's true. You can reverse and untrigger those genes and have a confident, beautiful body that matches your own definition and desires of what your body should look like. Again, this is not, hey, let's be like the Hollywood people or follow this person's body type. No, this is about you and your body. So genetics, no. Normal process of aging, absolutely not. Neither of these mean you're stuck with a body. Let me tell you, it was a few years ago and one of my kids said to me, Mommy, you look older than Daddy. No, they asked me, they were like, Mommy, are you older than Daddy? And I was like, why? Why would you ask me that? They said, you look older than Daddy. And here's the thing, Daddy is older than me. But my skin had started to sag and wrinkle and be dry and crusty and break out. And I had no glow in my skin anymore. And I was struggling. So I get it. I get this. But emotional access is where we also go into your thoughts and feelings about yourself. I often tell women, listen, I know you want to have the body you love. I know you want to have the skin that allows you to walk into a room and be like, I arrived. That feeling, you know that feeling when we were young and we'd walk into a room. It wasn't about pride and it wasn't about showing off anything, but it was just knowing that you belonged and you deserved to be in that room just like everyone else who was there. Imagine that feeling again. I saw a picture of an older woman, she's in her 70s, on the internet, and she was struggling too. She was carrying excess weight around her belly, around her whole body. Her hair was thinning and she was just not in good health. Do you know what she did? She rejected the lies, took her body back, took her health back, addressed all these negative thoughts, said, no, not today. So that's what emotional access is. And to do this, within our program, we actually have mental health coaches. Why? Because one of our mental health coaches is a grief counselor. We have her there. Listen, I'm telling you exactly what you need, okay? So you write this down, find you someone who can do this for you. What she does is address all those little micro griefs we don't think about. Like that time someone said something to you and it really hurt and you never addressed it. Maybe you were 5 and it still comes and haunts you and you believe it about yourself. Or it could have been someone who you gave your heart to and they abused it. They didn't take care of it. They were not faithful to you. They said some things to you and somehow you still replay those feelings or thoughts. It could even be something that someone said when you were young and in school about your body, about your mind, about your face. If you're a mom, it could be becoming a mom. Do you know there's a lot of grief entangled in becoming a mom? You lose so much about yourself and your freedoms and this and that. And we don't process those things. And they can affect our hormones and the way we feel about ourselves. So once you've taken care of emotional access, step 2, the very second step is mental ascension. In the second step with mental ascension, see, we've broken down all those false beliefs in step 1 and gotten the solid mindsets, made you see other women who have changed your life, who have gotten the results that you want. And you've seen that Sally did it and Emma did it and that woman did it and she was 76 and that woman did it and she was 20 and that mom did it and she had 5 children. What? I can do it too. Now it's the how. How do I do it? How do I do it? This is where we start to now rebuild the truth about how your body works. See, hormones are a very complicated thing. People have just thrown the word hormones a lot. Even when you were little, if you cry, people will be like, you're just hormonal, you know? And just like, well, we're all hormonal, every one of us, because hormones are just your body's messengers. In fact, I have this visual example of what your hormones are. You know that sport where people like pass a piece of stick, like a baton or something. Maybe it's plastic these days, who knows? But it's a race and there are different teams in lines and you just have to run and hand it off to the next person and they take it and they run and hand it off to the next person and then that team wins, right? That's what your body wants to do. Your hormones want you to win in every situation, whether it's how it communicates with your liver or that day your moods. Your body wants your moods to be bright and winning. But sometimes one of the hormones that's supposed to hand off that stick is low, or there's a disruptor. A disruptor, look, see? A disruptor is something that causes your body or that hormone to drop. This fell to the floor. It dropped literally. Or maybe sometimes it increases, but that affects the way it passes it on to the next hormone. That then passes that message. Now you've got scrambled messages or delayed messages. So in the case of facial hair and thinning hair and all these belly fat and stuff, your hormones are just wonky. Maybe you have very little of the first hormone that's supposed to pass the message on. So your message is not being passed on well. One of the hormones that tends to be low in women is progesterone. Sometimes that's due to birthing. Sometimes it's just really, again, genetic, but you can boost it so easily. In fact, in step 4, which is 2 steps from here, I'm going to show you how to automate, I keep dropping this thing, how to automate, how to make it sustainable, and a couple of hacks that will just boost your mood today, really. Okay, so here we go. We've got the hormones. Here we show women how their hormones work, how it works. Your hormones, let me tell you how they don't work. They don't work by, hey, here, I am selling this here supplement, okay? This is a bottle and it's this supplement and it's just gonna fix all your hormones. No, it's not. And when you see a program like this run, run. Because what someone is telling you is that your body and the next person's body and the next person's are all the same. That's not true. Because if you look at the root causes, we all have different root causes for our issues. So in Mental Ascension, we unpack what your particular root causes are. What you can simply do is take inventory. Make a list of the habits that you know are against you. Like eating highly processed food, too much sugar, maybe not drinking enough water, not getting enough sleep, too much use of gadgets. Did you know that gadgets, the light that's behind the screen and the gadgets disrupt our hormones? Did you know that? There have been studies coming out about it, and I'm like, whoa. Because they realized that little girls were having their periods way too soon. And when they traced it back to about 2020, they saw that it was the increase in using gadgets. So they're developing too soon, they're getting their menses too soon. But for us, the older women, it's also disrupting our hormones. So you need to check your life and see where you are getting your disruptions. Fix the root cause. And yes, sometimes supplements, herbs, different foods help. In fact, I'm going to do a video about some of the foods that you can eat to help you. So keep a watch out for that video. But if you look at your life, you will be able to see the root cause. And once you see that root cause, boom, take care of that. Okay? Don't buy into the just pop this pill. Ooh, no, it doesn't work that way. Your body is so intricate and so beautiful. It does not work that way. All right, let me grab my hormone here that keeps falling. We are going to go to step 3. So just as we wrap up Mental Ascension here, not only do you get to understand how your body works, but you also get to see how each part relates to the other. A simple example is, hey, if I eat this highly processed food, it's going to turn into glucose. Very simple sugars, right? And it digests so fast, and I get a sugar spike that throws off my insulin. Now I have insulin resistance, and then insulin resistance is going to throw off your androgens, which are your male hormones, which can cause chin hair, thinning hair, infertility, cysts, and my belly fat. Or the relationship between cortisol, which is stress. If I spend all this time stressing about this thing that I can't even help, or my cousin who's making terrible decisions in her life, or my this and that and the other, things that you can't do anything about anyway, I'm guilty. I had to change that though. I had to change that because when you're a caring person, you tend to take on people's problems. And then, they're going on with their life and they're just doing whatever they want, but you've taken it on. And now you've got high cortisol. And the high cortisol causes belly fat. Belly fat produces excess hormones. Those excess hormones give you chin hair and thinning hair. So understanding those things is in Mental Ascension. Number 3, beautiful number 3 is where physical activation happens. So when I just began coaching, my first 2 coaching clients, bless their hearts. I was a nurse by then, so I understood the human body, and now I understood the other side, which is holistic health. Like, how can you help your body recover? How can you help your body be the best it can? Not just how can I medicate you and take care of the problem, but no. How can I help you thrive and really live a full, fulfilling life? How can I do that for you? And I used to start on this step. I would give women just a to-do list. It's just like, if you just do this and this and this and this and this and this. And it's like, why are they not doing it? Don't they want to be well? They do. But they have some blocks. There's motivation issues. There are belief issues. So once I started putting those first 2 steps in place, I saw that way more women were getting their transformation faster because we've removed all those walls and like just opened up the lane, and now she can see clearly who she needs to be. I often say mindset is like this, right? This is the person you want to become, way over here. And this right here is your symptoms, or sometimes your beliefs, like I can't do it, my so-and-so said I'm this and this, maybe people have told you you're lazy, maybe people have told you that this is the body type you've had since you were 3, and there's nothing you can do. Whatever it is people have told you that's not true about you, that's here. So now you can't even see who you're supposed to be anymore. You're blinded. And step 1 and 2 do this. They shift your mind. And there you are. Now you can see it clearly. Now you can go for it. And now you can do the thing. Physical activation. That's when we say, hey girl, you know what? Matter of fact, you can have your transformation without doing the following things, but it is faster and better for you and long-term if you do. So why don't we start doing a light exercise? Why don't we do not more exercise, but the right kind of exercise for your age? Things change as we get older. The way we eat has to change. An easy example is when children are growing up, your young children, your teenagers, your preteens, the little ones, 6, 7, 8, they eat a huge supper. And then they go to sleep, and guess what their body does? Takes all that food, all those carbs, all those proteins, and like slaps cells together and expands them either in width because they're forming their grown body, or in height because they have to grow taller. And all that food is put to good use. And then I turn 39 and I'm still trying to do the same thing. Eating a huge meal before I go to sleep. Guess what my body does? It doesn't have to grow taller anymore. It doesn't have to grow wider. But if I give it all this excess food and all this excess stuff, it's like, I guess we're just going to pack it away. And that's exactly what it does. But I don't want it to pack any more away. So one of the simple things you can do is switch your meals around. Girl, let me tell you how just switching my meals around had me lose 46 pounds. This was years ago, but maybe 10 years ago, 10 years ago, right when I was beginning. And I was like, wait a minute. I've been struggling with all this, and I've been struggling. And of course, because I've had 5 children, I've had my ups and downs, but I knew what to do. At every step, I knew what to do because I'd done it already. So this framework doesn't give you a one-time shot. No, girl. This is the thing that you take and use over and over again if you're still a young woman and you're either becoming a mom or, still going to be a mom, going to have more kids. You just take your food that you would normally eat for supper, all that like robust food, the mashed potatoes and the green beans. Somebody's gonna be like, mashed potatoes are not good for you because of carbs. Listen, my people, listen. This is not an anti-carb place. Again, someone else is gonna say, I only eat meat and that's helped me lose weight. Absolutely, because you're only eating protein. Now, is that healthy for you? Absolutely not. Unpopular opinion, but backed by science and many doctors out there saying, hey guys, careful out there. Meat is very acidic. It's, in fact, Google it, research it, read the research about it. Meat is highly acidic. So if you're only eating acidic foods, absolutely, you're gonna lose weight because you're not dumping a ton of carbs into your body unnecessarily. Carbs are not all bad, by the way. Your body needs all the elements of food. Carbs give you that quick energy, but that's a story for another day. You're gonna increase your chances of getting cancers, digestive, intestinal cancers, because meat moves in your body so slowly and has 0 fiber. Where does your fiber come from? Plant foods. So you've gotta at least mix it up. There are plant foods that are low in carbs. Your greens, you've got to have greens. Greens are where your androgens are lowered. Androgens, again, are your male hormones. Nuts and seeds, they lower your androgens. Avocados lower your androgens. And they boost your own female beautiful hormones, your progesterone. And if you have too much estrogen, also eating those plant foods can help you balance your estrogen. Another thing about plant foods is that your gut bacteria eats the fibers out of plant foods and produces your own amazing tons of GLP-1 that's made by your body. Please don't buy it from someone in a bottle when it's synthetic and it's unnatural. Eat the plants, girl. Eat the plants. Anyway, so that's just a couple of things where it comes to physical activation. The way you eat. Eat your supper at breakfast. And then eat your breakfast at lunch or, another heavy meal. And you won't need supper. That's called intermittent fasting, by the way. A lot of people like to skip breakfast, i.e., the meal that will give you energy for the day. They skip that. And you go through the day feeling groggy. Of course. But if you give your body a good meal in the morning, that's the food that will be breaking out through the day, fueling your day. And your brain will be sharp and your energy will be bursting through the roof. I could burst through this camera right now. I have 5 children. I don't drink coffee. But I have learned and appreciated these simple steps to getting my body right. Drink water. Drink tons of water. Get enough sleep. All that stuff that you should do, but can be hard to do sometimes. So one of the things you would benefit from is community. Get you into a community. Number 4, the final one. I told you this one's gonna have the bonuses, tell you how to do it on autopilot and show you exactly how to make it sustainable. This step is called behavior alteration. This is where your behaviors change. Your behaviors, the way you move, the way you run your body. Matter of fact, let me see if I have it in here. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't see it in here. I was going to show you my book. I wrote a book. This was maybe a little over a year ago. It is an incredible guide for women. Women everywhere, thankfully, because of the internet, women everywhere are having great transformations because they can DIY this. And all these steps are in there. I'll put a link below if you are someone who wants a guided step-by-step process. Another thing that I did in that book is I have daily prompts. Daily prompts, y'all. Daily, a labor of love. Daily prompts to guide you every day for 12 weeks so you can get to that bombshell sexy mama where you just feel good about yourself and you show up good about yourself. As a mother, having low self-confidence has been horrible. I remember the feeling, and I knew I was passing that template onto my children, onto my girls. Another thing is I saw them preferring or looking up to people that seemed more sure. There is this saying that says, oh my, what does it say? I love it. Whoever shows up with the most certainty wins. Whoever shows up with the most certainty wins. And the people with the most certainty are stealing the opinions and the minds of our children because we're not certain and we're not showing up confident and we're not showing up as someone they want to emulate, and it can be difficult. Behavior alteration. Let me show you how simple this is. In behavior alteration, we make sure that all these changes, all these steps can become incorporated into your life personally. So this is not like a one size fits all. If you are someone who's always on the go, traveling, maybe because of business meetings, and like, you're going to need a method that is adaptable to your life. If you're someone who has 5 kids like I do and home educate them and have a big garden and chickens and all this, you're going to need a different way. We can't all do things the same. So in behavior alteration, you want to take your life, look at it and say, realistically, am I someone who can put aside 1 hour of exercise a day? I don't think so. I can't do that. And I know I don't have to, because I can do 15 minutes a day of exercise, the right kind of exercise, which can be more effective than 1 hour of exercise a day. In fact, there is a type of exercise that you just do 15 minutes of it. It burns visceral fat all over your body, starts to shrink your midsection, and can burn fat up to 48. That's 2 days, by the way. 48 hours after you're done. Girl, sign me up. And I did. This is the kind of information that just changes your life. Didn't it just change your life just to know that you don't have to be so busy all day just trying to lose weight? Well, another thing is herbs. Remember I mentioned herbs earlier and said there are some herbs that can help you. Look at that. I wrote Hebrus. Herbs. Herbs, Annie, spell, girl. Herbs. Now, some of the herbs that are great for women's hormone reset. I talked about them in a video recently, and I'm going to link the video here. But I want you to know some of them. If you don't get a chance to watch that video, I want to hook you up. 2 of the most incredible herbs that I can tell you about are Vitex. Vitex is also known as chasteberry. Chasteberry, also known as Vitex, and wild yam. Wild yam, which is better applied as a cream, because your body absorbs it. Now listen, your body absorbs everything you put on your skin. Beware your skin products, please. Some of them are actually throwing off your hormones. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. We are being sold things that are so cheap, and they smell good with all these chemical fragrances that are throwing off our hormones, and we don't know. I feel like there should be labels put on everything that is tanking our health, telling us that. So at least we have a choice, you know? It's different when you're being sold something you think it's good and it's not. So let me put it up here so you can see it better. Wild yam, and chasteberry. Such incredible herbs together. I mean, you can do a lot more things like lavender and essential oils too. You can do lavender, you can do chamomile, you can do ashwagandha. Some people asked me about ashwagandha in the last video because ashwagandha can also help grow fuller hair. But guess what? If you have hormone imbalances, the concern was, hey, won't it cause my chin hair and my chest hair to also grow rapidly? Well, the whole point is to balance your hormones. So once your hormones are balanced, you shouldn't have to worry about ashwagandha having negative effects on you. But if you're scared, listen, there's so many other things you can take. You don't have to take ashwagandha. So you can cancel that out, and you can do other herbs and other teas, other essential oils that will really boost your progress. Another hack, another incredible hack. Well, first, let me tell you why wild yam cream and chaste are so amazing. It's because they increase your progesterone, but it's a plant-based progesterone boost. It's not a hormone replacement therapy. And listen, whatever your doctor tells you to do about your hormones, that's between you and your doctor. But hormone replacement therapies have so many side effects, and it might not be the only way that you can reset your hormones. So just be aware that there are other things you can do to reset your hormones, okay? There we go. What was I going to talk about? See, I almost forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh, yes. Another thing you can do is a detox. If you detox your body, it's almost like you're pressing your body's reset button. And you give yourself a fresh, clean palette to start on. Of course, the type of detox you're going to do is going to depend on several things. Number one, do you have diabetes, pre-diabetes? Insulin is a hormone. So if you have diabetes, pre-diabetes, you have a hormone imbalance. You have a hormone problem. So all of these things definitely will work for you. But if you're going to detox with diabetes, now you have to watch the type of detox you're going to do and or make sure you're being monitored, okay? We do this for our women in our live we do it in our live program where people actually come in person and get the help they need. So a detox is a really good idea, and there's so many types you can do, all the way from a water detox to raw, where you're actually eating, to where you're actually eating cooked foods, but only certain foods that move the needle in your favor, and they will be prepared simply, making them easy to digest for your body. So you can look into what sort of detox would work for your life. Again, remember, wellness is a personalized journey. Detox. Once you get that checked off, the last thing you need to do is get a community. Nothing is as needle moving and as sustaining in your wellness journey as a community. When you go it alone, like anything else you've tried to go alone, on those low, hard days, it's easy to just check out, to give up. And the hard parts, unfortunately, are not even physical. A lot of times they're mental. So community, you get to be immersed together with people who are doing what you're doing, who are on the same path as you, who are beautifully pursuing and winning, and you're seeing it in action. You're able to share your wins. You're able to see wins. You're driven forward. You ask questions. You are with people who get it. They get it. They don't call you crazy. They don't bring you down. They don't think you're being extreme or like you're being vain. Oh girl, you're just being vain. Oh, you want that body? Or yes, I do. Thank you very much. I am good with pursuing the kind of, I look at my body as a vessel. I get to live in this house. And I get to determine what this house looks like. That was so deep. I get to decide how this house functions, what it looks like. I get to sculpt it to my satisfaction. I get to take it everywhere I go and walk with purpose. I get to do that. Why wouldn't I put so much of me and my time and my efforts into crafting and having a body that I love, the one that I'm walking by the mirror. Girl, this is gonna be you. You're walking past the mirror and you stop. You're just like, who's that? Oh, it's me. It's me. How about that? You get to be your own showstopper for you. Tap yourself on the chest and say, for me. I'm doing this for me. Community will carry you there. It's like a boat, that's just going across the waters and the waves and these, rough patches, but you're with people and you guys are just, You guys are making it together. You're making it together. So definitely join a community. If you would like to see what we do and what we offer to women just like you to get you from this sad, moody, thinning hair, body that is not working for you, all the way to that body that you love, the bombshell. I call it the bombshell rebirth accelerator, because we accelerate, we speed up you getting back to you the way you are naturally. If you're willing, if you want to check out what that's like and you're willing to put yourself first. This is for women who are serious only, okay? I'm just going to tell you, you have to be committed to you. And if you want to check that out, check the descriptions below. You may see our masterclass. Once you go through that masterclass, you will be able to book a call and check it out. All right, so community, very important for your transformation. Listen, girl, listen. If you got to this part in the video, number one, I know you are serious. You are done. You're like, I'm done. I'm done being this version of myself. And I want to encourage you, because there are so many things you're going to hear on the internet, but it is simple. I didn't say easy, but it is simple. It's not complicated. As soon as you hear someone complicating it, shut that down. It's not complicated. Your body was created so beautifully by a loving and caring God who knew that we needed to be simple to get it. So go over these 4 steps and start implementing it today. Today. You have that opportunity to do that. And I am going to see you in the next video. Till then, girl, listen, go and change your life. Take your body back. All right, bye.